Hello! Welcome back to the Evans channel. This is Cecile.
This is Tobias.
And we're the Evans.
Hello. Thanks for coming back to the channel. We're super happy to be here. We are at 50 subscribers! I feel like we were supposed to do like a giveaway or something.
I don't think we're ready for a giveaway.
Just kidding, but actually, keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing. We appreciate it.
I feel internet famous. What are we here to talk to our viewers about today, Cecile?
Well, today we were going to go ahead and compare 3 different cities in Ghana and then let you know which one we're going to move to.
Sure. Some of the cities for reference that we're going to talk about today are Accra, Cape Coast, and a little fishing town called Elmina.
So let's start with Accra.
Oof, it's big. Biggest city in Ghana and one of the bigger cities in Africa.
Yes, it is standing at about 2 million for the population size, so that's very big.
Comparatively, we've got Cape Coast coming in at around 140,000 and little tiny Elmina
At 35,000. It's
you.
We should be a little louder.
Sure, I can speak loud.
Okay.
Project my voice.
Hello. So, we're thinking about the different lifestyles of all 3 places and which one would mesh best with the lifestyles that we appreciate. Sure. So, Accra, since it's so big, it also means that there's big businesses.
Sure.
Twitter's there.
Coca-Cola's there.
Coca-Cola. And several other big businesses are there. I know Halliburton is in Accra. And gosh, I'm not sure who else, to be perfectly honest, but a lot of big ones. It's busy and it's loud. And I think for a visit, that sounds really, really nice. But as far as somewhere to live, that sounds overwhelming. I'm from a pretty small town in Oregon, actually. So it's Beaverton has about 45,000. So I'm not I'm a country mouse.
And right now we're living in the biggest city in Oregon, Portland. And I don't like it very much. I want to get the heck out of here. It's
terrifying. Cape Coast, the lifestyle there is still going to be closer to like a bustling, hustling city. They've got the population size to cater to. So definitely going to be seeing more shops and schools and hospitals than you would in, let's say, Elmina, which is our 3rd choice.
Right.
Elmina is a smaller fishing town. When I was there, I saw a lot of goats. I saw goats everywhere in Ghana, but Elmina seemed to have the most
goats. And
the cutest ones, too.
I got a few goat videos sent to me, and it was delightful. I'm a goat fan.
So, in considering the climate, the ever-changing climate that we're all dealing with, that was really important to us to pick somewhere that we thought was going to last.
Right.
So Accra has a hot and dry climate. Right. They do have one rainy season, and that's going to be from April to June.
Cape Coast. Right. Cape Coast is quite a bit further to the west and gets a little juicier. That area has 2 rainy seasons.
Yeah.
April to June for the first one, and that's the wettest. And then a second rainy season happens September, October.
Yeah, and Elmina mirrors Cape Coast because they're really maybe 15 minutes away from the other, so the weather it's the same.
It sort of feels more coastal the way I understand.
Definitely. I noticed that my glasses in Elmina were always covered in something, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and I was always cleaning them. It was salt water because the wind is blowing through, and the wind is just... It's rich with moisture and salt. It was amazing. My dreads grew like half an inch out there. It was wild. Some cool things. Cool things.
Right. Some cool things about Accra, or some places to visit. Black Star Square celebrates the country's independence starting in 1957. I think it was completed in 1961.
The square. Also in Accra, about 45 minutes from city center, is the Aburi Botanical Gardens. I actually got to go to that, and it was beautiful. I will show you some pictures of that. I think my favorite part was tasting all of the different plants from the trees. There's a curry tree. I had no idea, and so trying that leaf was mind-blowing. And there's this plant where you can touch it and the leaves will curl up. It's really interesting. I can't remember what it's called, but it's really cool. And there's just a lot of tropical beautiful flowers, a lot of old growth palm trees. It was really nice. Yeah. And so a comparison with Cape Coast is the Kakuam National Park. I've never been there, but it's a very popular tourist destination. There are the high rope walk, which
I want to go.
Okay, we'll go together. I didn't go when I went because I did want to go with you. Yeah. Scary though, the high rope, it's very, very high.
We'll hold hands. Definitely.
I'll be holding something. So also in Cape Coast are the Cape Coast Castle. It's one of the slave castles in Ghana. There's several actually, and there's one in Elmina. Speaking of Elmina, there's also
a couple. The coolest thing I think about Elmina, I don't know, maybe it's selfish, but the Elmina Sharks. They've got a football club and a little stadium. Super exciting. I think. Don't you have a little footage of a game?
I do.
Also, the Elmina Fish Market. It is a fishing village, and they've got a market right there. I can't wait to sort of explore that.
There was actually a fire in June in the fishing market, and it destroyed a good portion of the market and thousands of CDs to repair. So
a couple of injuries.
Yeah, and they were able though to take those injured to the Cape Coast teaching hospital, which I was pretty excited to hear about, being a giant Grey's Anatomy fan. So shopping, it's going to be important for many reasons, but we like to have good and quick access to local food and fresh, fruits and vegetables, and local clothing. Our Ghana fashions. So I noticed Accra has the best selection. It's clearly a major metropolitan city where you can get any and everything that your heart could desire.
Yeah, Western items, you can get it, but you'll pay a premium because it's imported.
Definitely.
But you can get it.
Yeah, it's there. And Cape Coast had good shopping. Their markets were beautiful. The fruit and the vegetables looked very, very fresh and just perfect. I didn't actually shop in Cape Coast that much. It mostly seemed like they had mementos and stuff that you would get, tourist items to take back home. Elmina, they've got everything that you could want, in my opinion. That's why I'm going to move there.
Spoiler!
Oh, sorry. Just kidding. I didn't know which one we were going to pick.
She's an actress.
I'm not good at YouTubing. Sorry, y'all.
That's totally wrong. You guys know better.
Anyway, Elmina has really, really good fruit, vegetables, good seafood. I had barracuda in Elmina, and it was just really weird and really good. It was smoked, and the head was still on, and the teeth, and oh my gosh,
I can't wait. Sounds good. Was it fleshier?
Yeah, it was meaty. It almost, I don't know what it tasted like, but it was really good.
Swordfish,
and I had
salmon.
Closer to swordfish.
Okay.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I like that.
You'd like it. Then thinking about just infrastructure, so talking about like roads, hospital, schools.
Sure.
Accra,
it's a big city. They got a lot of roads, a lot of pavement. I hear that a lot of that pavement probably has quite a few potholes, but tons of paved roads everywhere. Tons of lights. I hear the big highway has a lot of new lights put in.
Yeah.
So yeah, good infrastructure, except for Doomsore. Doomsore, what does that mean? That means lights out. So I guess the lights go out in most of Ghana sometimes.
Yeah.
And so that's like, I guess the entire country sort of gets that equally. But aside from that, power, water, roads, all over Accra. It's a very modern, large city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was in Cape Coast, it seemed like definitely there were paved roads, but there were also roads that were just flattened earth.
Right.
You know, I saw both.
For Elmina, it's pretty much just the N1 highway that sort of passes through it.
Right.
Maybe an occasional hotel or resort that has like a little, paved parking lot.
Right.
But not a lot of pavement, just packed earth roads. And in the rainy season, it can be a little wild getting your butt to church or to the market.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to have to get... What are we going to have to get?
Ghana boots, Ghana boots. Ghana boots, Ghana boots, Ghana boots. Ghana boots.
Show me what you're working with.
Ghana boots. Show me what you're working with. Ghana boots. Okay.
Ooh, that's like a mashup remix there.
Yeah. That's a little bit about the infrastructure. As far as the hospitals, all 3 towns or cities have hospitals.
Or even Elmina.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's more than one. And same with colleges. All 3 of the cities have colleges and private and public schools. So we felt like, we're getting the best of everything going to Elmina and none of the things that we don't want.
Yeah, I kind of like, so we're well away from Accra's sort of bad traffic. Not bad traffic, like any big city, of course, extends well around that city. So being away from that, yet still like, 3 or so hours away if we need to get like that one thing we can't find, say, in Cape Coast.
Right.
So we're well away from that. But we're still right by Cape Coast, 140,000. All the shops for all the basics and probably beyond is still right there. But we're still, even quieter.
Yeah.
So great access to the coast. Just anywhere, I think in Elmina, you could maybe walk 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And you're going to be to the beach.
Definitely.
So yeah, we're close to the things we need, but still set apart. So yeah.
Absolutely. So clearly we've chosen Elmina, and we chose Elmina for the location. It's coastal savanna and semi-deciduous rainforest because it's in central Ghana, but it's close to the evergreen rainforest, which is near like Takoradi. But we don't really want to live there because more green means more snakes. And even though there's not a ton of snakes in Ghana, there is the puff adder and the black mamba, and I'm not a snake person, so
yeah, they're pretty venomous, those two.
Yeah.
That's why we highlighted them.
Right. And they stay out of the semi-deciduous and the coastal areas, so we felt really comfortable with that. Prime growing conditions because of the 2 rainy seasons.
Ooh, the peppers and tomatoes that we often have trouble here with because of the weird Oregon weather.
Yeah.
And we're going to be popping.
Yeah. And we want to grow so bad. We've spent the last 2 years learning how to steward the land here in PDX, which Portland, Oregon. And right now, where we live and tend on land that's been stolen from the Multnomah, Klamath, Clackamas, Tumwater, Tualatin, Kaiapua, Wasco, Malala, Cowlitz, Watala bands of the Chinook in what is now known as Portland, Oregon. I find it important to give a land acknowledgement. I don't always remember to do it, but it weighs heavy on my heart and on my mind to make sure that I'm acknowledging the land that I'm residing in. The nation I reside in, America, was built with the stolen expertise of Black minds and labor, something else I find very important to mention as being a member of the diaspora, especially now that I'm leaving. I'm not fleeing, but I am leaving. So we have spent the last 2 years tending land in this area, and we want to make sure that we bring what we've learned in the Pacific Northwest to Ghana and start meshing that with the land practices in Ghana.
Wow. It's going to be so exciting to learn just how to work with the sun. At noon there, because it's on the equator, the sun will be exactly straight up above your head, so all the shading works different.
Yeah.
So you might not think about it at first, but it's kind of important. It kind of changes the way you grow.
Absolutely.
And then 2 rainy seasons. What?
We'd love to show you a little bit of the land that we have cultivated in our backyard. We've got quite a few native plants and a lot of fancy flowers. So come on out.
Garden tales, it's almost time for garden tales. Come along, take my hand, and let's go down to garden land.
Installment of The Evans. I'm really happy that you guys came back to join us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. I mean, do it for them. It'll enrich their lives.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.